first off, it's always great to go into break, with a win, and it's amazing how much this is needed for the players and is needed for the coaching staff as well. I believe, the challenge to our guys a couple days ago was just give me 2 more days. Just give me 2 more days, lock in. It's natural human tendency, right, to think ahead. And we're going to be quick in here because we've got guys that got to, catch flights and things like that. So, but they did a good job of locking in. Obviously I wanted to guard a little bit better than we did, but we did force 21 turnovers, and when you shoot the ball, everything looks good. And I thought we shot the ball outstanding today.
Matt, they had a handful of guys that were out, I think, last second. This seems like, at least for the next couple of weeks, it's probably going to be a reality. When you game plan for a team a certain way, and then number one comes in, you haven't played all that much, hits a couple of early threes. How much do you have to just be calling audibles or think on your feet as a coach when stuff like this is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, we didn't have a whole lot on some of these guys. But the reality of it is this is the world we're in right now, and one of the things that we're trying to do as best as we possibly can is stay healthy. One of the things I just mentioned in there is I think that the healthier teams are going to have an advantage, and so is it easy when guys are going over Christmas? No, but it's absolutely necessary for our guys to do this because they need that break. And I vividly remember last Christmas, a couple of our guys being in quarantine and just how hard that was on them, and I just don't want to have that experience again. So I'm thankful they can go home, but the challenge is also, you're wearing a mask. You're going to be safe because that's really important.
Sheldon, a couple of your first 3-pointers went in. When they go in from the jump, does that feel like an ocean you're shooting into?
For sure. It's easy for me to kind of look for my looks when the first shot goes in. After that, it's kind of like a free-flowing thing. I try not to base my game off of makes and misses, but it's just kind of how it goes.
Kobe, how good does it feel to put away a team the way that I guess you guys are supposed to?
Feels good. I think sometimes we just get caught up in, I don't even want to say playing down, but not playing to the level that we can play at. And I think it was good to kind of come out and get a jump on a team and play to our capability early again. Got to keep our foot on the gas, but that was a great way to go in the break.
Matt, game plan-wise, they looked like a team that had a lot of shot blockers out there, just looking at their stats. Did that kind of give you the idea that further looks were going to be more available in a game like this?
I thought they'd struggle, guarding us on the perimeter. They are big. They're trying to play big, and they're young. I mean, when you're young in a year like this, I think they're very well coached. But being young when seemingly everyone in the country is old, it's a pretty big disadvantage. So, good things are coming for that program. We recruited a lot of guys on their roster, so it was good to see them. I was glad we won, but I think that program's going to turn the table here pretty soon.
Thomas kind of
Awesome.
Broke back out a little bit. He's been making good defensive plays, but to see him have a couple of offensive plays there, just your thoughts on his progression here?
Well, a lot went through him today. We asked him to do a ton, and even when maybe he's not scoring, he's still facilitating a lot of our offense. And so, any quarterbacks or defense, he's been fantastic.
And then my final question, just Trey, 2 big 3-pointers looked good taking them. Just kind of how was he grown?
Looked confident too. I think the message. I talked to him and Darius yesterday. because when you make that transition, it's just hard. That freshman year transition's tough, and what's my role? And one of the things we try to do here is over communicate. And I told Trey right now, like, you're playing well in practice. These are the things I want to see. And the challenge was, hey, become Kevion Taylor's best friend. Shoot with that young man every single day. And he did it for 2 days, and I'm glad he had some results.
Sheldon, Kobe, Christmas plans. What you guys, Sheldon, are you flying home? What are you doing?
Yeah, 5 o'clock flight.
Okay.
Hopping in the car as soon as I can.
Very good. All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.